So what I'm going to teach you is the 4 desires of Tantra. And if you want to have a notebook to draw this symbol is going to come into play later on in the lessons that I'm going to be showing you. But it's really important to start here to understand what your true, authentic desires are. And there are these 4 sections. So you draw an X, okay? And these 4 sections are going to play into everything else that we do. Now, we have the vibration of duty, okay? Duty is dharma. It is your purpose, your duty to feel fulfilled. That is one of the desires in Tantra. There is moksha, the need to transcend and to become more than what you are. And then there is pleasure, kama, which is the desire to have pleasure and to exist in pleasure, okay? It's very important to understand kama because kama lets us know that universal consciousness created the universe for its own pleasure, all right? And then there's the environment or arthra. Now, arthra is not to be confused with being greedy, okay? Or pursuing material wealth. This does tie itself with the desire for material wealth and comfort, but it is the energy of the environment that we produce. So we create an environment that gives us wealth and comfort. We're not particularly chasing through the lens of greed, wealth, and comfort. Now there's 2 different ways to really own your own wealth, and it's living in wealth or chasing wealth. If you're chasing wealth, then you're always chasing the material universe. You're always going after something. You're always working within time and space. So creating an environment with arthra in which we exist in that vibration, right? We choose to have something that really does mean something powerful to us, and we're constantly projecting that. We maintain an environment that allows us to feel comfortable and wealthy. That's the vibration of arthra, all right? And then making sure that as we create that environment, we boost pleasure. And kama also means the vibration of love. There's a god in Hindu culture called Kamadev. He's the god of desires and love, right? So there's a lot of this vibration here of pleasure can even mean love for you, right? Even though Tantra does tell us about kama being pleasure, the love of pleasure could also be this area for you in this present moment. Now, Dharma has 2 different ways to kind of project itself into our reality. It has 2 applications. The first application is at the universal Dharma concept, which is your duty that you have to have a transcendental relationship with yourself, that everyone seeks to have a transcendental relationship with themselves, okay? And then the second portion of the dharmic experience is your individual dharma, which is the specific path each person must follow in order to achieve the original dharma, which is basically transcendental relationship with reality, okay? So the double dharma here is partially your life purpose, but it's also partially the purpose of your own transcendence in existence. When you transcend, you're making reality transcend and you're fulfilling your dharma. Your dharma is also associated with the 24th chakra, okay? And as I start breaking down more and more of Antojai and its teachings, you're going to see how we're going to be always working within time, environment, your soul, your dharma, and the universal consciousness that is there. You need to learn how to transcend multiple different versions of yourself by understanding what you're actually going for. A lot of times people are trying to manifest or create a reality without truly fundamentally understanding their authentic desires, okay? And as we dive deeper, we're going to be finding which one of these desires actually means something very beautiful for you. Now, moksha literally means transcendence, but it's also the spiritual freedom and the liberation that we reach from our karmic attachments and our external projections. So moksha can be very much so seen when we decide we don't want to work in a certain place anymore, or we don't want to be the person that we've always been, or we don't want to be in a relationship that doesn't honor us in any way. Moksha and the illusion of transcendence, or the vibration of transcendence, can take many, many different forms. Because a lot of people seek transcendence in one way, shape, or form, moksha is a true state of every human being. So when we start working on the diagrams that we're going to be working on, whatever ends up on the moksha corner is going to be what you truly are seeking in your life. Your dharma or your duty, whatever ends up falling in this corner, is going to be what you need to be servicing into your reality, what you need to be doing for yourself in general, right? This is going to be your drive, what you truly seek in reality, and what you have to do for yourself. Kama is going to be the area that's going to sustain you. What is it that's going to sustain you as you move forward in your reality? And Arthra is going to be what you need to make sure that you're constantly holding on to in your everyday moment, in your lifespan, in whatever version of yourself you're in. Now, if we look at this X right here, and I'm going to take you to the next level when it comes to like alchemy. If we take X and we look at runes, okay, the vibration of this rune in Druid alchemy basically means gift, okay, and like a good sign, a positive change. It also has other implications, but for a quick hand, we're just gonna say like this has to do with a gift or like fulfilling your desires. This symbol and this concept in both of these cultures essentially means the same thing. Now, if we look at X again in terms of like elemental alchemy, this ends up meaning the ethers or balance. Okay, so here we're starting to see X, okay, it means a gift. X, it allows us to really understand our desires. Okay, so the desire can be gifted to us if we find balance within the ethers or the dream or time and space itself. Okay, this X also means the present point, the present cross section. So present cross section. And what this means is like there's all these energies that are coming to us all the time. We're technically in the center point right here, and moksha's coming to us, dharma's coming to us, artha's coming to us, kama's coming through us, and we're in this present nexus point right here. We're here trying to balance all these different concepts, our true authentic desires, while allowing ourselves to accept a gift, balance ourselves, right? And be present in that vibration. Now, there is a lot more that's going on here as we grow with our understanding of these centers. Like Dharma, like I told you, is tied to the 24th chakra and is tied to the 12th chakra. Moksha, transcendence, is tied to the 8th chakra, okay? The number 8 chakra. We can say that pleasure or love can be tied to the 4th chakra, or it can be tied to the 11th chakra. And our environment is usually tied to the 9th chakra or the 10th chakra. The 10th chakra has to do with Mother Earth or the environment. So it's more so the 10th chakra, but your soul and the expression of your soul shapes the environment. So these two are very heavily connected to each other, because if you're not living your soul's desires, which is like these 4 tantric points, then are you creating, can you even start creating an environment that starts bringing in more richness in this? Can you even start working on your duties, your beyond karma, beyond any other transitionary state when it comes to like universal consciousness? Can you do that? Can you find true pleasure within your spirit and your heart? And can you transcend the limitations that have held you back in terms of karma? This X kind of gives us an indication that this is the soul trying to navigate all the other chakras into balance, okay? Into balance. So for the time being, I want you to draw this, and I want you to just kind of meditate, like what does dharma mean? Like duty mean? What does pleasure mean to you? You don't have to have an answer right this second. You just kind of have to contemplate and understand the dynamics that I'm showing you right now.